Almighty God, and having chanted the hymn of Pentecost, we now are ready for the consecration service itself. We are going to baptize this church, the Holy Altar. And we are going, as I said last night, to place holy relics into the heart of the altar. While the consecration is taking place, Father Theodore Barbas, the Chancellor of Metropolis, will be offering commentary so that we all understand fully what is taking place. As I said last night, the purpose of consecrating the church and renewing this community is to renew the souls of the stewards that worship in this parish. And so I ask that while the consecration is proceeding, that you ask Almighty God for the strength to renew yourselves in His image and likeness. Legitos Deus Simon Pandete Nikiai, et Seonas Neon, blessed is our God now and forever, and unto the ages of ages.
Hear, O Lord, my prayer, give ear to my supplication. For in thy faithfulness answer me, and in thy righteousness.
Πνευματικός πανηγυρίζομαι. Lord is my light and my salvation. The Lord is a protection of my life.
Wisdom.
The reading is from the Epistle of St. Paul to the Hebrews.
Let us be attentive.
For he who sanctifies and those who are sanctified have all one origin. That is why he is not ashamed to call them brethren, saying, I will proclaim thy name to my brethren. In the midst of the congregation I will praise thee. And again I will put my trust in him. And again, here am I, and the children God has given me. Since therefore the children share in flesh and blood, he himself likewise partook of the power of death, that is the devil, and deliver all those who through fear of death were subject to lifelong bondage. For surely it is not with angels that he is concerned, but with the descendants of Abraham. Therefore he had to be made like his brethren in every respect, so that he might become a merciful and faithful high priest in the service of God, to make expiation for the sins of the people. For because he himself has suffered and been tempted, he is able to help those who are tempted.
Peace be unto you, the reader. Σοφία ορθή ακούσαμεν του Αγίου Ευαγγελίου, ειρήνη πόση. The reading is taken from the 16th chapter of the Gospel according to St. Matthew.
Let us be attentive.
Glory to thee, Lord. Glory to thee.
At that time, Jesus came into the district of Caesarea Philippi. He asked his disciples, Who do men say that the Son of Man is? And they said, Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and others Jeremiah or one of the prophets. He said to them, But who do you say that I am? Simon Peter replied, You are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus answered him, Blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father who is in heaven. And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the powers of death shall not prevail against it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you forgive on earth shall be forgiven in heaven. Then he strictly charged the disciples to tell no one that he was the Christ.
Glory to thee, Lord. Glory to thee. What ye also fails, are ye Holy God, holy mighty, holy She shall be brought unto the king, the virgins that follow her shall be brought unto thee.
Wisdom.
The reading is from the epistle of St. Paul to the Hebrews.
Let us be attentive.
Now, even the first covenant had regulations for worship and an earthly sanctuary. For a tent was prepared, the outer one, in which were the lampstand, and the table, and the bread of the presence. It is called the holy place. Behind the second curtain stood a tent called the Holy of Holies, having the golden altar of incense, and the ark of the covenant, covered on all sides with gold, which contained a golden urn holding the manna, and Aaron's rod that budded, and the tables of the covenant above it, with the cherubim of glory overshadowing the mercy seat. Of these things we cannot now speak in detail, these preparations having thus been made. The priests go continually into the outer tent, performing their ritual duties. But into the second only the high priest goes, and he but once a year, and not without taking blood, which he offers for himself and for the